I'm Pam Vig. I'm head of research and development at Mirum Pharmaceutical, and we are a biotech company based in the Bay Area, specializing in rare diseases. The company's been going for roughly about 5 years now, and we have an approval for LIVMARLI for cholestatic pruritus for patients with Alagille syndrome, and also have read out a phase 3 study in progressive familial intrahepatic cholestasis, and currently running a study in biliary atresia. And all of these three are cholestatic liver diseases. So really the mechanism of action of our first compound of LIVMARLI is that it is an IBAT inhibitor, and it essentially reduces bile acids systemically and intrahepatically by interrupting the enterohepatic circulation, meaning that for you and I, our bile acids, go round and round several times a day. And in these patients with cholestasis, they're unable to remove those bile acids, get them out of the liver and into the gut. And so what this does is it stops the recirculation of those bile acids, and thereby lowering that systemic pool of bile acids and improving the symptoms, and also improving long-term outcomes, as we've seen in some of our long-term data. As I mentioned, both of these are genetic diseases, but Alagille syndrome and PFIC differ. They're both driven by elevated serum bile acids, because there is an inability of bile acids to get out of the liver. Bile acids are very toxic in the liver. They're not supposed to sit there. And so what happens is it drives inflammation, it drives disease progression, drives fibrosis, and it drives these very burdensome symptoms in these children. And I'll give you an example. The Alagille and PFIC patients suffer from very debilitating pruritus or itch. And because of this, they will often require a liver transplant for that symptom. So just imagine that. It's so bad that they need a new liver, even in the absence of disease progression. So they suffer from poor quality of life, failure to thrive. So they're under the growth curves. They don't sleep. The family dynamic is very, very difficult. School is problematic, behavior becomes problematic, and ultimately, because it's unbearable, these patients will go on to receive a liver transplant. So that's kind of the setting in both Alagille and PFIC, although for different reasons they have an issue with the bile acids being elevated.